had boba?
I have, yeah. I've had it at this whack place called Jumbi. It's like,
It is pretty sick that boba time.
Yeah, Jumbi time.
Yeah, I mean,
Fucking Jumbi time.
Do you guys not have enough for merch? Or?
Yeah. We only have one hat for right now.
He wrote Jumbi on the boba.
times have been tough.
With the happy
He barely even crossed.
Stun ticking out.
He barely crossed it out.
Like it still clearly says boba.
It's just June.
You perfectly like didn't cross it out actually.
I fucking crossed it out with my eyes closed.
June B divided by boba time.
It's a collab.
Algebra boba.
Did you ask if this is the first time I had boba because I'm a big time whitey from Indiana?
Yep.
White
That was
bulger.
a very loaded question.
Is that what you
He's our Karen of the.
Yeah, I get really offended. I get really offended.
Just have another sip.
Hey, so Steve, this is Melissa Banos.
Yep.
Very nice to meet you. Has anyone ever told you that you talk an awful lot like Ariana Grande? And make your mannerisms?
And your hair.
He's like, oh.
No.
She's like, I'm not a fucking man stealer.
If her voice was higher, maybe.
Well, you know what I mean, but it's pretty.
Is that what?
Really?
That's not.
Not like her. She's really talented.
That's not like what you did to me. Like threw me under the bus and called me a big whitey from Indiana. I'm giving you a compliment.
Thank you.
She's a man.
Have you heard that before? That you sound like Ariana Grande?
Shouldn't be drinks that are bomb.
Yeah.
Wow, so nice.
Like me.
You obviously missed the press tour for fucking Wizard of Oz. Yeah, Wicked.
Wizard of Oz.
Wicked of Oz.
No, I saw Wicked. It was really good.
Did you?
Yeah. Do you like it?
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it because I'm not gay.
Wait, wasn't that?
Well, then you're missing out on a lot of good entertainment.
Didn't they make a really big marketing oopsie and have
They put Wicked.com on the tour.
Yeah, that was last time
That
you
was
were
them.
the toys.
Fee for sure.
And it was a porno.
Yeah, a little porn site.
He'd been on there before.
Those sold for a lot.
Yeah, you could resell them on eBay. The
sure
ones
they
that had a
did.
misprint. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's sick, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sad though, because if kids were going to those sites,
Get them started early, huh?
they didn't start early.
They already know. They understand.
We started.
It's like, what kind of magic tricks are they doing?
Magic tricks.
When was the first time you saw porn, Joe?
In elementary school, my friend's like, hey, you want to come over to my house later? And I'm like, why? And then my other friend's like, oh, he's got pornos. No, he said he got Playboys. And I'm like, what's a Playboy? They're like, you never seen a Playboy? And then it was a mission. It was like Goonies, but instead of treasure, it was like titties.
Yeah.
And then I think this was like second or third grade. And after school, I was like, I'm gonna see some titties today. And then like 3 of us,
Looking at the clock for
Joe was sweating all
ticking
day.
by very slowly.
we went to my buddy Aaron fucking Aaron Ritter. Aaron Ritter was my friend's name. And dude, it was literally like Goonies, because it's like we even had our own sloth. His little brother was like autistic and blind and shit. And then this fool had like a rocking horsey.
Autistic.
Yeah. And then, so the
I'm
first
laughing
thing we
at
do is we get there, and then like you have to pass the first stage, right?
Okay.
And then so like he goes, that's my brother, but don't worry, like he's blind, he can't see you.
He's autistic and blind and shit.
Yeah. He's the first stage.
That's the first boss.
Yeah, before you get the reward.
And he already has status ailments.
You gotta play with them for 5 minutes
Okay,
before you
picture
go
this.
watch my porno.
You've never seen like an autistic kid like wilding out, right? So like this fool's on this rocking horsey and he's blind and he's just in a diaper and he's a big kid. He was older than us. So imagine he's going like this.
He's stimming.
Like that, right?
What?
Yeah. And then
You have
so
to get past him or defeat him.
no, we have to like
You have to get the rocking horse.
so he's blind.
Who's the mage?
And then like it's kind of like that one movie with the fucking
Yeah.
The Labyrinth? Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah.
so like he's like, it's my brother, but like he can't see you, so be quiet, because if you tippy toe around him, he's not gonna be like, oh, someone's here, right?
And he goes,
Yeah.
Sound.
So we're in the
Pan's Labyrinth
Or Velociraptor.
That's Jurassic Park.
Velociraptor.
that's World War Z. That's World War Z.
I was like, I don't remember the Pan's Labyrinth guy doing that.
It was scary. He was just fucking rocking on his horse.
Bro, your teeth are.
So you
have
have
nice
to
teeth.
you have to sneak past him.
So we have to sneak past. And then we finally got through the garage. And then for some reason he wanted to do a side mission where he goes, watch this, right? So we go in the backyard. He had his little sister and he gets her doll. And then he goes, hey, watch this. And then so he gets her doll's head and fucking starts swirling it in dog shit.
No.
and then just
Hang on.
swirling it.
It
like
gets
that,
better.
right? And then
Don't worry, there's a happy ending.
Wasn't this originally about you watching porn?
it gets there. But we have to.
That's how you warm
We
up.
have to build up.
This is foreplay. This is foreplay.
Thank you. Foreplay is the right
So
term, yeah.
Go back to the
I'm
skit.
standing there, right? And I'm like, why is he doing this? And then we look over at his sister, she's going, and she's powering up to cry, but it takes like a minute.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. And then during that time, my friend Aaron's like, he's laughing in tears while he's fucking stewing his Barbie doll's like sister's Barbie doll head in dog shit.
And in the background,
Yeah. And then he gives this to her.
This is still stage 2.
This is stage 2, right?
no mage in sight.
And then so she gets the doll back and she's looking at it and she fucking and she's crying and I'm like, oh fuck. And then his mom is like, Aaron, what did you do? And we're like, oh fuck, we're in trouble. And then we fucking run.
Enjoy the porn, boys.
It's all
Watch it without me.
He's like, I told you guys would be alone.
It's on Windows Media Player.
in the final stage.
He just waits
final
as he's
stage.
getting taken away.
We go to the bathroom. All three of us are in the bathroom, right? Fucking mom's mad, all this shit. Fucking little sister crying and shit. Got dookie all over the hair. Fucking, we lock the door, and then he fucking pulls out his dad's Playboy
From under the sink?
Yeah, under the sink. Like he's just hiding.
Secret
And then
stash, huh?
he just opens it
Plastic
up,
bag, dude. Come on, man.
and then all of us are just like, "Oh my god!" And you just see a naked lady for the first time, and we're just like, "That's fucking crazy." Well, I didn't
Describe
even.
her body. Describe her body.
What did you think?
What was it?
Do we have to?
Yes, we do. We do.
All I remember
the key features you remember?
is it was a blonde, like, and the boobies were big.
Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
No
And
way.
back then, I liked the boobies better than the. I didn't even know what vagina was. I just kept looking at the boobies. And the next page, and then it was the next page, and it was like, wow,
Boobies were a big deal at that age.
yeah.
They were
For
a big
real.
deal.
Only at that age.
And I think from that
get
point
older.
on,
Yeah,
I was
we got
like,
over it.
I never grew up.
No, I never.
I love ladies. That's what I thought. I'm like, ladies are so good.
I love me some ladies.
I was like, I'm gonna come over to your house all the time.
All the ladies, even these ones.
How did the second level with the how did that distract the situation?
What?
The girl crying? Is that how
It was a side quest.
Oh, it had nothing to do
But looking back, it might be that Aaron was like a mastermind and like he devised that so the mom had to like
comfort
the daughter or whatever and we could go do our thing.
Because it does take forever to get
Yeah.
poop out of hair, you know what I mean?
But
Especially
he
doll hair.
We had a lot of fun though. Like it would always be like after school, what are we gonna do today?
a
All
lot
right,
of work.
we're gonna go through under his house. Like remember?
the little crawl space?
Yes, like
Yeah.
the little
Take the wire grating off?
yeah. So we took that off and then like he got his dad's like fucking like what do you
Cyclops eye.
The headlamp?
Yes, the yeah. No, it was like a flashlight.
Third eye.
It was a flashlight.
Third eye blind
Yeah.
covered.
And then we would put the flashlight. We're like, okay, we're pretending that we're like fucking,
Miners.
coal
Excavators.
miners.
Fucking mine.
And then the reward was, I'm gonna look at his dad's Playboy.
Under the house? That's crazy.
We had to find hiding places.
That's a lot
to,
of
like,
work.
Wait, but is that weird to look at it together with friends? Isn't
Not that age.
Is it
No, you ever been to an escape
Okay,
room? You gotta work
okay.
together.
Every guy has. We call it a jerk bud. Everybody has a jerk bud.
You ever heard of that?
You never heard of that?
No.
We don't look at porn
For
together.
real? You never heard that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you get desensitized to your own hands, both of them, because you practice a lot, so
Correct.
you need somebody else, a bud.
Jerk bud. But he's wearing a glove.
No, wait. Your friend helps you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You're
you're
looking
helping
at the
each
same
other,
materials.
so it cancels each other out. It's like
Sex
mutual.
squirt buds.
matter.
I don't know about
You
that.
build strong bonds.
It's just your jerk bud. It doesn't
Okay, how
matter.
bonded are you all?
We have. I have the.
I hardly know these guys.
That's like when you're like 13. You know what I mean? You're just jacking off your friends.
I mean, we could define the relationship now.
13, that's too old.
Damn.
By 13, if you're getting a man's hand touched on you, then you're kind of gay.
Man's at 13?
Or your boy homie, your boyfriend's hand.
A man's hand?
Your boyfriend.
Yeah, your boyfriend's hand. That's gay.
Oh, okay.
When you're prepubescent, that's exploration. So that's different.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's good that we defined all these.
All of us explored.
yeah.
Just explored.
You guys were like Jacques Cousteau, man. That's hardcore.
Dude, I was Christopher Columbus, brother.
Damn. You're like Steven Spielberg with the fucking submarine going into uncharted territory, jacking each other off.
I think it's
Isn't that
James
James
Cameron. But I could be wrong.
Close.
For Avatar, he went to the Terriana Trench.
He was an EP. He was an EP.
No,
on
he went to
that.
the Terriana Trench, dude.
That's also James
He went
Cameron.
to the pterodactyl trench.
I think he's onto something.
That one got him.
Pterodactyl.
He loves pterodactyls. That's why.
Pterodactyls aren't Vietnamese though.
Yeah, he loves it. Depends who you ask. You know what I mean?
Is there an anime convention in there?
When was your guys' first time?
First time I went to my buddy's house, he was sick. He was
Oh, Indian.
yeah. His name was
Oh, I thought you meant he was like, he had a flu.
I didn't know.
Like sick. Yeah.
sick.
Wow, immature.
I was like, why would you go to your friend's house when he's like got the flu?
Yeah, but at the time it's just, it's a side quest, you know what I mean?
What happened with Rod?
Hey, having the flu is a little different from autistic blind and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, his little brother older brother scared the fuck out of me.
Before we continue next story, can you just do that imitation one more time?
And he's on the horsey.
I feel like there's a doctor watching this who's like, that's exactly what it would look like.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
Continue, Nick.
That's exactly it. I diagnosed
Can you
it.
I'm a doctor. I can confirm.
An older boy, like junior high, in a diaper, just rocking back and forth like that, and then you're just like, what the fuck? He's naked. He's just in a diaper. And then I'm like, what the fuck?
I think at that age you'd be like, yo, I want to turn.
And these guys were Japanese as well.
Nah, he's white.
Yeah, when is he gonna get
A
up?
white kid?
Can I get a turn?
Aaron Ritter, like
Way worse. It's way worse. Oh
Why that reaction?
my god.
Why is it not as scary if they're Japanese?
Oh, Japanese, it's fine.
If they're Japanese, it's a horror film. Go ahead, Nick. Continue, please.
Yeah, so he downloaded this one film on LimeWire, and this is the first time I saw hardcore pornography.
Do you remember what?
At this
because
point,
there was only a couple films.
yeah. I remember.
I don't know.
It was
Heather Deep.
it was a MILF one. It was a MILF one, and it was like the scenario was, mom is at the house, the son's friend comes over, and he's like, oh wow, you've grown or whatever.
Your
type of shit.
first was
Yeah.
MILF porn?
Yeah. I remember watching it, and I remember thinking like,
We've all seen it. Let's not lie.
yeah, we've seen this one. And then they start having sex with each other, start sucking each other off, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is his friend's mom. Like, this is crazy."
Did you think it was like a regular
I thought it was
movie?
real. I thought it was
Is
fucking
your
real.
wife older than you?
Yeah, she's 20 years older than me.
When you're,
Stop.
can I ask you a real quick question?
20 years.
Yeah.
She's the one from the porn.
Jiu-jitsu again? Knock it off.
She's very much. You're gonna hurt your hip.
When you and Tiff are having oral sex, do you say like, "Hey, you want to go in there and suck each other off"?
For fun, yeah.
Okay.
As a fun little joke.
Intimate language.
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
language. Words of affirmation.
I haven't heard that.
You haven't heard suck each other off?
No, I mean as far as like doing stuff with my wife. Yeah, haven't heard that.
How do you bring it up to Nikki?
You're saying
Right?
each other. So it's like,
Yeah, correct.
it feels like an equal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like equal. You don't want to be like, do you want to suck only me off?
But then it sounds like equal parts.
It just sounds like equal parts.
Yeah.
Like you go
Yeah, exactly.
I tell her I'm gonna suck you up. That's what I say.
Like, do we
I'm
want
gonna gag you down, girl.
I'm gonna swallow this time, girl.
I can take it.
Yeah.
You ready for that gluck gluck?
I don't know about all that.
Cluckety cluck cluck.
That's a little too far. Okay.
So that's so does that mean by the time you were older, like you were just bored with porn because you already saw like?
No.
He's watching Sailor Moon by the time he's older.
Bro, if my brain was scrambled from that, like my brain.
You're on New Game Plus right away.
Yeah, I was like, because I had
That's
seen.
like seeing Shawshank Redemption as your first movie.
No, I had seen like softcore porn. I've seen naked ladies.
Oh, so
up
you
until
had
this
like
point.
pre-game.
Yeah,
okay.
See couples humping.
But the first time I saw actual pee and vajee, I was like, yeah, this is great. And I remember the dude. This is hilarious. I remember the dude's tattoo. I remember this very. It was, and I
When you got-
I remember being like, that's fucking weird. Like it was a bandolier around his leg of bullets, and I just remember being like,
Peter North.
That's
That definitely
weird,
sounds
yo.
like
That's Peter
hardcore
North.
porn.
Peter North.
That's Peter North.
Nah, it wasn't Peter. I know Peter North, bro. That's not Peter. It wasn't him, bro.
Please.
Oh, don't do that here.
I know Peter North. yeah.
Do it here.
Please.
Listen, Glinda, the good witch. We get it. Okay.
She really like
It's
Peter
Galinda.
North is like the George Washington of American porn. Am I right, guys?
He found it. He found it.
I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you.
By the way, they tried to make Peter North king. He said no.
Yeah. He was a founding father of
King of the North.
No, wait. Who's the other big porn
king of
star
the
guy? There's another.
Oh, the
name.
big guys.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy's more of a Ben Franklin type.
Not Ron Jeremy.
Ah, see, you do know.
Not Ron Jeremy.
You know who it's not? Galinda.
Are there other who are the other mega male
like there's-
porn?
Oh, who's that bald one
that's a
Ron
doctor,
Burgundy.
Firefighter.
That's that guy.
He's always a Dr. Firefighter.
Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of, right? The bald-headed white
I
guy.
don't know what he looks like. I know the name.
Damn,
There's
I know
a.
Hey, Google male porn stars. Google.
No, don't do that right now. I don't see.
Johnny Sims.
Johnny Sims.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Sims,
yes.
yeah.
That's the name I know.
Johnny
You
Sims.
better.
And yeah,
Work. You know his work.
But I don't know this other guy you're talking about.
We only know the guys.
Peter North.
he was the Johnny Sins of our era.
Remember?
He was really into anal.
Do you remember the old laundry detergent commercials where where the guy's like, "Hey, I'm Peter North and I know a lot about loads and you should probably use Tide."
What the hell?
You remember
That
that?
can't be real.
No, seriously.
Yeah, it was a weird campaign for a
It's a
while.
weird campaign. They had to pull it after like 3 weeks.
Looks like a Hallmark comedian card.
I hate it.
That's Eris's goat. That's his goat. That's his goat.
Yo, he looks bashful right there.
That's a bad picture.
The real him might be a little bashful.
Such a cute word.
Hella titties.
So this is the one with the tattoo?
No, that's not him.
Oh.
He was trying to character assassinate me.
I'll find that guy.
His name should have been Peter Buckets.
Peter Loads.
Laundry.
Peter Tide.
Peter Tide, brother.
But yeah,
this
that was
guy.
the first one I saw.
I know this is the guy you saw. That guy.
That's not him, dude.
Who's that?
That's very. You remember more than a tattoo.
He watches
You
it
remember
every
a little
day.
more, yeah.
Who's that?
He's actually. He's actually.
Yeah, I bet
I showed him
you
because that's actually a guy
I
who
bet
just.
you do.
He's from gay porn. That's
Bro, honestly, you can't forget that. You can't. Like that's burned into my brain, bro.
No, what the craziest story, and not to blow up your spot, but my buddy here got caught jerking off the Frozen.
The movie?
That was pretty crazy.
Children's
Crazy story.
You know when Olaf? You know who Olaf is?
The snowman?
When he starts melting. That's when he starts.
Dude, his wife walked in while he's jerking at the Frozen.
He had a bandolier, but did he
I
have
hope they're
also?
kidding.
Did he have other words?
I'm waiting for you to
I don't remember.
Everything is truth here.
Dead serious.
Bandolier on the tattoo.
Deadass.
So there was no other words on it because it could be this guy if there were words next to the bandolier.
Jesus.
Not that guy.
No bandolier on his leg, bro. Who is this guy?
Why?
That's a good tattoo. That's what Harris is thinking.
A Bible page?
Which leg?
Yeah, it says it's Thessalonians.
Thessalonian.
What about you, Melissa? When was the first time you accidentally stumbled upon pornography?
What's the first time you
Google image
or on
penis.
purpose?
Yeah.
I heard she's never seen it ever.
Just type in Johnny
I think
Sins.
everyone's seen porn before.
Yeah, be honest.
Yeah.
On me, man.
It was not till high school. It was not till high school.
That's fair. Okay.
Sophomore, junior.
At home,
Uh-huh.
my parents are at work.
Also, you did it on your own? Nobody introduced you?
I looked it up on my
You
own.
didn't even have to get through any bosses.
She went to Google
Did
images.
she just wrote sex on
typed in
Google?
penis.
It's criminal.
Yahoo at the time.
fair.
I think that's how girls do it, bro. I think that's
Like how
how.
pirates. This is like when pirates, like
There's
from
no-
yesteryear, find out about GPS. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You guys doing all this shit?
There's no Google at this time, remember. So we're talking probably, are we dial-up?
Fucking Yahoo? She
I
wrote
don't
sex
think
on
it was dial
Yahoo.
up yet. No, I don't think it was dial up anymore. Maybe. I don't think it was.
Okay.
I don't think it was.
Master G.
But what sucked is that I didn't really know anything about computers at the time, so I think I had gotten some viruses or something from it, and I didn't know how to clear history, so my dad found out.
Oh my god.
Are you surprised your dad didn't go down for this crime?
Her dad's like, when does the computer get some gay?
She's like, Johnny Sims?
So yeah, that was,
Sims.
That makes more sense.
Sim City.
Johnny Bucket.
say to you?
Johnny
he didn't
Bucket.
say anything, but he was like, Melissa, you can't download things without my permission.
If you want,
Firewall? Your dad's a firewall?
You remember what you googied?
No, I don't remember.
your dad was like, sweetheart, if you want to watch pornography, I have a lot of DVDs.
Yeah.
I have my own collection.
You know, porn is offline too.
You gotta hide it in the tax folder, sweetheart.
You gotta put it in the boarding.
Is that it? Do you think? Did he tell your mom?
No. My mom would have killed me. I wouldn't be here today.
Wild.
No.
My friend did some camera op for a porn star, and then he was like, dude, his dick was like, he was showing me like, he was like, it's like this fucking big, and he's like, it's like crazier in real life. Like pictures don't do it justice.
Talk about another guy's dick. Like,
I know,
this is
right?
crazy.
And I'm like, really?
That was the key feature.
And I'm like, that's
Hey, buddy, let me
crazy.
tell you a real quick story.
Even like checking if you're interested to hear about it first.
Joe was like, what
I forgot. We were high as balls, and he was just. I forgot how like we came to this conversation,
This guy's cock.
and I was like, who is this guy? I never heard of him. And then he told me his name, and then I started searching him on Instagram, and I was like, oh, this guy. And then you know how you could see people who are following, and I'm like, the most unsuspecting girl I knew was following him. And then he was following her back, and I was like, did they hook up? This is fucking weird. Yeah.
Now you know she likes him big, brother.
Yeah. She like, yeah.
What made her so unsuspecting?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, she doesn't come off as the type. Like,
They just know each other.
but that is hilarious, though, right?
Yeah, right,
like,
dude.
how does that even work?
Yeah.
Do you know a porn star?
First porno.
Do you know anyone that's ever done porn like that before?
No.
We used to train with some girl who ended up doing porn, and then like when they showed us the video, I was like, oh my god.
You watched it?
Yeah, they showed me a clip.
Who's showing you though? Like the police?
Huh? Yeah, no, it was somebody who trained at the gym was like, hey bro, let me show you something.
they're like,
and I didn't know. I went in cold. And he showed it to me and I was like, wait, that's fucking, so and
Is that
so.
weird because you've seen her and interacted with her?
Yeah, it was super weird. And I could never look her in the eye ever again.
It's definitely very.
Tits and ass after that.
I was like, I saw your videos, by the way.
Were you like, I'm a fan?
I know you're very popular on the internet.
Can you sign this napkin?
For some weird reason, she's not coming to the gym. Crazy.
Can you sign this napkin? I don't know anything else you can sign right now.
It's a crusty napkin.
I don't know anything else.
When it's someone that's not even sexual in real life.
Bro, and I didn't assume it, and I just was like, yeah, it kind of blew my brains a little bit.
That happened with me and Eris's friend. Not sexual ever at all. And then we discovered like she had some person that like hated her and started to make like fake Instagram pages and put like stuff from her past on there. And I was like, no way, that can't be real. And then and then I looked it up and it was like real, and we were like, dude, this is her. Like she's in this stuff.
Kind of nice.
Oh god.
Kinda.
Yeah?
It was a good time.
This girl
I
would
came across
never.
my church friend on AsianThumbs.org.
Asian what?
Thumbs.
Thumb?
Asian thumbnails.
They call it that because it's like a thumbnail style.
Okay, well that's...
I was browsing in, and then I was like,
There's a lot of different sections, okay? There's GIFs, there's
Yeah.
thumbnails, there's videos.
You can get everything.
but it was crazy.
Those are my favorite. Those are big files.
It
big files.
disrupted my rhythm and flow, dude.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
You had rhythm and
He was-
flow in general.
He was looking for something and then he got.
Is it hard out here for a pimp as well? or what?
No, I was like, what the fuck? This is not who I think it is. And then like,
This is not who I thought I was going to be jerking it to today, but I guess here we go.
and then after I sent it to my friend, and she was like, same organization but different church, different region. You know how like there's like different city churches, right? Of our network. So she was in a different, and then I showed my friend, right? And he goes, dude, that's fucking crazy. She did visit the church the other day. She had a fur coat on and she was acting like a celebrity.
That's tight.
So I was like,
A
damn.
fur coat?
Yeah,
to
she
church
came
with
to
a fur
church
coat?
with a fucking fur coat afterwards,
Dang.
dude. So her whole style changed and everything.
What Frank did in American Gangster, he got caught.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't do it. It's the rule.
Too flashy.
Can't, way too.